I do want to say to Donnie and many of you in this room that over a very long career in this city, all of you have helped me and my colleagues tell the truth and to try to tell.
Get my hat up.
I'm from South Carolina, so I just
Look at Donnie.
What does this event mean to you, Miss Peggy Morris?
Oh, my heart.
Happy 20th anniversary.
My heart is about loving up on my sisters. Do you know what it feels like to have your sisters in the room? Johnny.
Shine through. That'll be you, that'll be me, and that'll be different and unique. I'm gonna be the best me I can be by letting His glory shine through. I am beautiful, I am blessed, but not just what you see in the flesh.
The doctor lived next door to the janitor to the reverend, and the lawyer. We were together. Now we get so high and mighty that you create stress for your society because you don't like poor black folks either. That's a health problem. Get yourself together so I can stop being taking care of geriatric people and get back to pediatrics. I thank you, Donnie, for all you've done. Let's keep doing it all the more.
I'm gonna be the best me I can be by letting His glory shine through. That'll be you, that'll be me, that'll be different and unique. I'm gonna be the best me I can be by letting His glory shine.
First name's Donnie, last name's Glover. In it to win it for the long haul, baby. And I'm proud to announce Emmy nominated Donnie Glover. Yay! Woo, woo. All right, top of the day. Let's get the ball rolling. Thank you, Dr. Tyrone Taborn, and to Career Communications Group. They are the creators of the Black Engineer of the Year Awards, BEYA. BEYA kicks off next week. This week, we have the Medical Conference. Wanted to share with you some Black history. Hey, Terrence, you're gonna have to sit down and get situated. Look like you on a tour. Let's go, Terrence. My brother, my brother. Okay, here's your Black history for the day. Imhotep. I am Hotep. I-M-H-O-T-E-P. Imhotep was an Egyptian chancellor to the pharaoh Djoser, and that's spelled D-J-O-S-E-R, possible architect of Djoser's step pyramid and high priest of the sun god Ra at Heliopolis. Very little is known of his Imhotep as a historical figure, but in the 3,000 years following his death, he was gradually glorified and deified as the first doctor, Imhotep. And let's see if we can get you a couple of pictures of Imhotep. You've seen it before. I know you have. That's Imhotep. You see Imhotep? All right. The first doctor, straight out of Africa. All right. So we're going to go and check with Brother Terrence. And after that, we're going to get to DJ Duke, who is straight back from Africa. Good morning, Terrence. How are you?
Hey, Peace King. Great morning to you. Happy Wednesday, everybody.
Good, good. What were you doing last night?
Yo, unbelievable.
Okay. Tell them about it.
All right. We had an open mic last night. Unreal. You know, the vibe, the energy, you know, what the roots of, just like anything, the Roots of Terror Cafe, we started with the community in mind, with entertainment, food, and Black Awesome. And last night was it. You know, we had an open mic here every Tuesday night from 8 to 12. It's for the big kids. You know, we even have some youth came out last night, did some poetry, a cappella, have a band in the house, drink specials, food specials. You know what I mean? Just a new vibe. Get everybody back out, touchy-feely, just a good energy.
Okay, so I see you have a Baltimore Polytechnic Institute sweatshirt on.
You already know, baby.
Did you know, because this is Black History Month, and I promise Dr. Tyrone Taborn and the people who created this show. This man has just messed my whole interview up. Where'd he go?
Right here. I'm right here.
Okay. Did you know that the Black leaders of Baltimore targeted Baltimore Polytechnic Institute in 1954 to be the first Baltimore City high school that was integrated? Poly was the first school in Baltimore City to be integrated.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Hey, look here, you're making me dizzy moving that camera like that. Seriously, leave
I
it
know,
alone.
I got you.
Just take your hands off. Step away from the phone. Just step away from it. Lord Jesus. All right, Baltimore Polytechnic, first school in the city of Baltimore, integrated in 1954. Folks, I just want to say that integration, as has been stated on this show earlier this week, may have been the beginning of the end, in the sense that it stopped Black people from being self-sufficient. And that's a challenging problem. When you do whatever you got to do to get in there, and then you lose yourself. Did that even make sense? Okay. I got the year wrong, not 1954, 1952, because I would not want my Baltimore Polytechnic brothers to beat me up. But it was integrated in 1952. I thought I had it right here. Okay, nonetheless.
That's awesome.
1952. I'm trying to give you some historical rundown. The history of,
I got a question, Donnie. Why did they choose that to be
because it was a great school.
awarded to them?
It was a great school.
Okay.
My understanding is they wanted Black people. Here we go. The steady growth of, and I'm going off of bpi.edu, bpi.edu. The steady growth of the school population resulted in the school's relocation to North Avenue and Calvert Street in 1913. Under the leadership of Dr. Wilmer DeHuff, the curricular offerings were expanded and many athletic programs and other activities were developed. And here we go. In 1952, Poly became the first high school in Baltimore City school system to racially integrate its student body. My understanding is the Black leaders, are you here? My understanding is that the Black leaders chose Poly because they wanted Black students to be able to go to Poly. It was considered the best. It's still considered the best, with all due respect to the city, at least particularly in the realm of mathematics and science. And that's it. Any other questions?
Nah,
I'm sure there's some Poly experts out there. On that note, let me also say I have been fortunate enough to meet Dr. Barney Wilson. He was the first Black principal at Baltimore Polytechnic Institute. And one of our sponsors down here, Commercial Interior, there they go, Commercial Construction, Marty Glaze, built a robotics lab at Baltimore Polytechnic Institute.
Wow.
Okay, so what else? What's on the menu, Terrence? What was the #1 seller last night?
I tell you what, the #1 seller last night, it had to be that fried chicken. You know, we do it right. We fry it hard. You don't got to double back, but that was the one. You know what I mean? I think we reset the front about maybe 3 times last night, and everything was smooth like a boiled egg.
Now, I never heard smooth like a boiled egg. I heard smooth like a baby's bottom.
No. That's you see the price of eggs today? Huh? A case of eggs I used to pay $18 for is $85. It's smooth like a boiled egg. Just fun fact for today.
From $18
up to $85. You know, one of the things that people really don't take in consideration, the things that are going on in the business world today. You know, so many people that don't have the ability to really figure out things because they're not in it. You have to be in it. You know, what do you do when you go in one week and the product that you sell is, you know, it's $20, and then you come back the next week, it's 4 times the amount. I can't change the price of my egg sandwich. I can't take it from $5 and say an egg sandwich is going to cost you $20. You know what I
They
mean?
did that with the crab cake. They've done that with the crab cake around town.
Yeah, they have.
Fadley's went from a $13 crab cake to a $26 crab cake.
All right.
And I told them, I'm gonna get this last one. Just
I
like
know you did. I know you did.
just like over on Corned Beef Road. And the thing that pissed me off about Corned Beef Road, corned beef sandwich, talking about $17. So look,
What?
that's right, Corned Beef
Well, you
Road.
know what? Let me help him out,
finish my
Donnie.
story. Stop that, Capricorn. It's my season. Listen, they the man was giving out samples, and he gave the 2 ladies behind me a sample, and I'm like, "Don't you see me?"
You got a mustache, babe.
The Latino man discriminated against me in my own city. I felt discriminated against. Now I understand he a player, but give me a piece of that damn corned beef. I'm about to spend $17.
I need more than a piece, babe. I need more than a
A
piece.
sample.
Hey, you come to Terra Cafe. We got the same corned beef sandwich.
Hey, look, I was over at Dunbar. I was enjoying the flashback, the reminiscence. See, back in the day, we go from Dunbar down to Jack's corned beef. You know, let me tell you something. What, man? I don't want to get you in no trouble, but they blaming the businesses for kids. These businesses aren't responsible for the damn kids.
Yeah, we had that conversation last.
Leave them businesses alone, bruh. Leave them businesses go through enough. Now you telling me I gotta be your damn truant officer? Why don't you take the money for education and pay people to do their damn job?
100 facts.
You can't blame no business for what kids doing, man.
No.
See, that's a person that's never been in business. You know, Terrence, I've been thinking about this. Maybe the only solution, because I don't hear, oh, did you see, and I lean on this dude, Freak Nasty, Thiru Vignarajah, all on Fox. I don't know why they keep pushing this guy. They swear they're going to push him to be mayor, not over my dead body. Anyway,
he has no love for the people anyway.
Right now. Thiru is pushing. There's a contract going before the board of estimates this morning down in City Hall, where a company was supposed to hire black subcontractors, did not. And they about to renew the contract. Hey, Freak Nasty and Fox 45 are really trying to run this guy for mayor.
Wow.
I can't vote for a guy who don't know how to effectively get off of 25th and Green Mountain at 1 o'clock at night. I just can't. It was down the street from your spot where they locked him up. Well, they were supposed to lock him up. If it were me or you, we'd have got locked up. But Thiru Vignarajah did not get locked up. Why? Because he came with that whole privilege thing. He was privileged. Okay, I digress. What's going on? What else going on?
We're really getting ready for, we have an awesome event coming up on February 15th. And it's going to, we have a band coming from out of town. Great meals prepared.
What band?
One second.
Hey, man, you see my Wakanda outfit?
No, I didn't see your Wakanda.
This is my Wakanda joint. Made by Stephen Wise. Person I first saw with something like this was Bob Wallace. Bob Wallace, speaking of people running for mayor. Bob Wallace may run for mayor. Everybody want to run for mayor. Maybe I should run for mayor. Tell him, Pharaoh. Daddy should run for mayor. All right, so we shared with you some Black history about Imhotep. Imhotep. Now, this is what a lot of people don't know. My dog is named Pharaoh. Pharaoh, named after the Pharaoh, Pharaohs in Egypt. But there wasn't one Pharaoh in Egypt. There were many, many Pharaohs. Several, multiple, hundreds and hundreds of years of Pharaohs. So there's a part in the Bible where it talks about the Hebrew people leaving Egypt. And it's a one-sided story because you only get one side because this is a Judeo-Christian side of the world. But there was more than one Pharaoh. And so you can't say because this one Pharaoh did certain things that all of the Pharaohs did that. And again, we're only getting one side of the story. So that's all you really know on this side of the world. We don't get the indigenous perspective. And we quite often don't get the Afrocentric perspective. Okay, there you go. He's back.
Yes, sir.
Tell us about the artwork behind you, Terrence.
You know what? Can I flip my camera around?
Yeah. No. You gotta hold it as
Put
is.
it that way. All right. This is one of our local artists.
You cut your camera off.
What the hell? Hold on now. Hold on.
We got to get you a cameraman over there specifically designed. There you go.
There you go. All right. This is done by Brother Solomon. All right. And this is green art. Some of these pieces that you see are maybe 20, 30 years old. They're museum pieces, and they all tell a story. Right here, you're looking at, I'm going to see, am I getting you good? I can't see it. Okay. Right here, you're looking at Cassius Clay. All right. Before he became Muhammad Ali. And all of them tell a story. Martin Luther King. I'm going to save that one for last. Mr. Elijah Cummings. We already know Coltrane, the Blue Album. But this is the one that always gets everybody. The Queen of Soul right here. When you look at it, a lot of people say that, you know what, wait, he's not a great artist. Look at the tatas. All right. But the one thing that they don't realize is that it tells a story. All right, you'll see hair, and all of this is recycled. You know, he's an artist that creates from a perspective that he won't buy anything. He'll use what he finds in order to create that art and tell a story. And then you got Mateus Blue, which is Matthew Rice, crazy, retired football player, developed epilepsy, and this is one of his signature pieces. This is referred to as the Middle Passage. Okay. He started a nonprofit, and everything that he sells his art for, it goes to kids with epilepsy. But this one, watch out, Dave, all in the camera, all in the place. This is the most powerful piece right here. This is called the Freddie Gray. All right. And he shared the story that when the riot started, he hung this canvas in his studio and started painting. It took him about 7, 8, 9 months. He was on the way to Germany to take this. He's real big over in Europe. And when you look at it, you'll see the bricks. You'll see Be More. You'll see Eat the Rich. All right. It just says a lot to you. So when you come to Terra Cafe, you get an opportunity to look at this piece. But he was going to take this to a museum in Germany. And it was the day that I was doing the fundraiser for the lieutenant governor. All right. And he rolled it out. And he said, if I fell in love with it, he said, if you can hang it, you can have it. And that's what I did. I got a couple of pieces of wood strap. I got some pants hangers and chain and hung that piece. But one of the most powerful pieces is this right here. This is the one that what you shared earlier about that we have so many stories that aren't fully told. All right. And times haven't changed. This is James Brown in Zaire. You know, you're going to hear about James Brown shooting up the car, acting crazy, everything else, but you're not going to hear the real story of just how much of an entrepreneur and a businessman that James Brown was. During the Chitlin Circuit, he was known for that if he went to a restaurant and him and his group couldn't eat, he'd buy it. If he went to a radio station and they wouldn't play his music, he'd buy it. All right. He bought museums. He bought hotels. He bought motels. And that's the story they'll never tell you. But he was in Zaire, not just to perform, but he was in Zaire to conduct business. And this is back then. You feel me? So when you see the insurgence of people going back to the motherland now, going back home, it's not something that is new. It's something that a lot of folks have been focused on for quite a while. And especially when you look at those that have actually led our culture for a long time. Donnie, you gone? Is that
No, I just want to put up this announcement from Dr. Tyrone Table, and I don't know if you saw it earlier.
Wow.
This show right here on STEM City USA. This show, not that show, this show.
Wow. Okay.
Thank you, Dr. Tyrone Taborn. Hey, look, this has been months in the making for being on STEM City USA. We're in the metaverse. You know about the metaverse with the Oculus goggles?
Nah.
Your kids know all about it. Okay,
Yes.
let's get back to business.
Yes.
What goes into the collard greens? I'm trying to get some collard green secrets, man.
All right.
I'm trying to get some. I didn't know how important it is to get these trade secrets for collard greens until my brother's wife of 54 years said, Donnie, what do you put in your collard greens? Did you know that some people, before they even get to cooking the collard greens, Terrence, they wash them in a little dash of dishwashing liquid?
Yep.
I never heard that in my life. I swear to beans, I'm about to fall out my chair.
Do you know why?
No.
You know, a lot of times back in the day, and even now, a lot of the pesticides were like a flour base, and they would sprinkle them over the collard greens to actually keep the bugs off of them. One of the ways to make sure that you got them right was you didn't want to play with it. You didn't just want to rinse it with water. You wanted just a little splat. It ain't enough to hurt nobody, but enough to make sure that you get really clean, good greens. Also, sometimes I like to use kosher salt. I'll scrub mine with kosher salt in the water, clean them up, the whole 9 yards. I've heard people put a cap of bleach in them, Donnie.
Oh,
Cap of bleach.
no. Who, Donald Trump? Donald Trump?
Watch, you know I was about to say it, but I'm going to leave it for you. All right? Hey, the rest of the COVID stuff ain't worked too good. We could have tried something else. Shit. Go ahead. On to the next page. But I got a question. When you do your greens, do you put meat in your greens? Or you try to, because we do vegan greens over here at Terra Cafe. And you know what the great part is? Huh?
Smoked turkey, yes.
Oh, you put the smoked turkey? Now, now something I learned now. You use the neck, the wing, or the butt? What you use?
The drumstick.
Oh, you have them slice it for you, don't you?
Yeah, because I'm gonna tear that drumstick up. Either way, I'm gonna get something. Hey, look, I'm not a vegan, okay?
I understand. Can I give you a suggestion next time?
I seen a ham sandwich save a Muslim's life. Did you know Muslims? You got to know the history of why they stopped eating pork. It had to do with an outbreak and some diseased meat that people were eating. But a Muslim will tell you, rather than starve, they got to fry that ham and eat it and like it. Might as well put some mustard and onions on it too.
Yeah.
I grew up in a house full of pork, okay? Chitlins from the rooter to the tutor. Hog maws and chitlins. Chitlins ain't no good without the hog maws. I haven't eaten them in.
You know the crazy part? I was raised on a hog farm in South Carolina. So when
my daddy said they give you fresh pork after open heart surgery. Fresh pork, not cured pork, fresh pork.
Where?
So we got to learn the facts. And you talking about being dirty.
The facts, that pork ain't no good for you like that.
People can have all these damn religious things, but I've been to the Middle East.
High blood pressure. Man,
you pull that back. Let me tell you something. Religiously, you pull back the curtain, these people all pious, praying. You pull back that curtain, you see the same crack, dope, coke, pedophiles, molesters, prostitutes, and every other demonic thing that, you know, but I've seen.
We're talking about health. We're talking about health. We're not talking about religion. We're talking about health.
This is mental health. And that I've seen a lot of people in America say, oh, the brothers in the East. Oh, the brothers in the East. Talking about people in the Middle East. You don't know what them people, don't put nobody on a pedestal. You know who you put on the pedestal? Your mother and your father.
Come on now. My mom was just calling just now. Mom will call you in a minute.
Provided they are, you know, some people got bad parents, but I had a good parent, good mother, and a good father. Thank God for the 21 years they were together for me. Hallelujah. Terrence, come on, man. Let's bless this place with prayer. This Black History Month. I don't know where my other guest is, so we had to adapt you all in. Come on, bless this place. And thank the good Lord for me. Again, thank you, Dr. Tyrone Table. Come on, bless this house with prayer, Terrence.
I was waiting for you. Come on, man. Break it down.
You know, on that note, on a very serious note,
Yes.
the young lady died yesterday, and I hate to be a sourpuss, but a young lady died in Baltimore who was shot right around the corner from me. I actually heard the gunshots, and people ask me all the time, Donnie, how can you live there? Why do you live there? You know, you got to be safe. You got to be safe and all of that.
You got to be a real warrior for our community. That's why you live there. Somebody has to set a standard, and somebody got to keep an eye on the post.
Come on, man.
That's why you there?
Yeah, let's bless this place with prayer. All wise and almighty God, we ask that you, first of all, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord, for another day. Thank you for waking us up. Thank you for keeping hurt, harm, and danger away from us one more time. We only have one day at a time. We only have one day. We only have today. We can't live tomorrow. We can't live next week, next year. All we have right now is the here and now. So we thank you, Lord, for fellowship. It says, where 2 or 3 are gathered in your name, there you shall be in the midst. We want to lift up the family of the young mother whose life was tragically snatched from her because of the foolishness that's running rampant in these streets. We're killing people, taking lives, like we have no value of human life. Just celebrated Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday, and we're running around like guns, like we're standing up for a war, like we're in a war, like we're fighting something. And we're fighting each other. We're fighting each other. It's not like we're fighting the Klan. It's not like we're fighting the dudes that climb the walls of the Capitol. We're killing black people. Innocent mother. It's ridiculous. These politicians just go on and on and on and on. They don't know what they're doing. They have no idea. They're clueless. Black businesses getting raped in the city of Baltimore. This man's business we got to lift up. Outdoors, put what, 150, 150,000, 200,000 and building a backyard. We brought people from all over to the Terra Cafe Jerk Garden. And they shut them down.
18 months.
Lord, we ask that you bless this broadcast. Bless Dr. Tyrone Taborn. He's got 2 busy weeks. The Medical Conference, followed by the Bayer Black Engineer of the Year Awards. City of Baltimore got CIAA coming up this month. We're trying to make our city better, but the more we try to build, the more we got some people who are so traumatized that they fear walking down the street without a gun. They fear so much. Maybe they didn't have a father. Maybe they didn't have a mother. We just ask that you stop by here, Lord, and sprinkle a blessing on this place, because we can do better than this. And we promise, Lord, to give you the praise and the glory. Amen.
Ashe. Ashe. Ashe.
Ridiculous.
Yes.
Taking life, snatching life from people, man.
We got you.
And when you get locked up, I don't want to hear the mother tell me, not my baby. Not my baby. Yes, your baby. Matter of fact, they need to lock her up too. And the daddy. Can't put it all on the mom. It took 2 to make them, take 2 to raise them. These cats is pulling out guns and taking life. Once you take it, you can't give it back.
Can't give it back, brother. It's a scary thing out here now, Donnie. It really is.
My daddy had a funeral home, man. You saw death. It's dead. It's over. They're up on the slab. They're up on the slab, and that's it. Guts wide open, autopsy, skin, all of this pulled back, brains out, bone, all the organs gone. And what's left is a corpse. And that's what Baltimore is right now, a big corpse. All of this, millions of dollars have come through Baltimore. I ain't seen no money in East Baltimore and West Baltimore. Greenmount Rec, right down the street from you, 24th and Greenmount. That should be a whole new light. Woo! You should be like, woo! You see Rex in DC, Benning Park in Southeast. That looks like a wreck. The wreck got his own football field with lights. Where the damn money in Baltimore?
Gotta
People
do more.
running around kissing these politicians' asses, and our people are dying. But everybody want to kiss a politician's ass. You better kiss God's.
I don't think God wants you to kiss his butt, though.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We put everything above us except what we should.
That's right.
And we laugh at these preachers out here playing games, saying the most ridiculous things. We're in a world of trouble, boy.
But you know what?
How we gonna fix it? How we gonna fix it? You and I, we've helped the many politicians, and I swear to beans, we got more love from damn Boyd Rutherford than all of them put together.
You know what it is, Donnie? You got to stand on your word. When you say something to your community, you say something to people, you just got to do it. You got to
give Jack Young some credit. Jack gets a lot of flack, but there would be no CIAA if I'm not mistaken. Bernard Jack Young made sure that CIAA came to Baltimore. It happened under Bernard Jack Young. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. "23 years old, man, young mother, 2 babies, dead. And then some ignorant moron gonna talk about stop snitching. Where you come from,
We don't-
son? What rock
We need to
did
get
you
our
fall
community
from
together.
under?
We need to tell. All right? It's not about snitching. It needs to not be something that's whispered behind a building somewhere. It needs to be us unity, saying that we're not taking it no more, and hold accountability. And not just to those in our community, but those out of our community should be working with our community. You know, I went to a beautiful ribbon cutting ceremony yesterday down at Lexington Market. And it was like, I want to say sour and sweet, because I thought about the greatness. I went to go see a buddy of mine yesterday, JB, all right, with the Jerk Bowls. Y'all go check JB out, the Jerk Bowls at Lexington Market, all right? And he's one of the cats that I started. Matter of fact, JB was the next police officer. I remember when he was still first officer. And he used to come in the cafe. We was chopping up about him wanting to actually start a business. You know what I mean? And he kept coming back. He's one of those people that we've helped off this corner of 25th Street. He's one of those people that I know that has a love for the community, even though he does come from the police department. Okay? And that's what has to happen. One of the things that I noticed here, Donnie, what we got going on here, we have so many people that are building resumes and not really concerned about building back Baltimore. Okay? And that's what I'm talking about, because you can't get so many beautiful Black people in a room and for our community to still be at a standstill of growth, development, and just stability.
Listen, man, a Ravens game come on, we get so excited. We know the players. How many of these parents know their teachers? How many of these parents know the children's
Wow,
teachers?
dude, that's what I was going to. We can't keep blaming it on everybody else.
Oh, yeah, we want to blame the white man. It's the white man's fault. It's the white man.
Black man or the Black woman.
It's the white man's fault.
We got to do it this way.
It's the white man's fault.
Watch this,
It's all the white man's fault.
I'm gonna show you.
Even slavery. My daddy said, boy, the first one you need to be mad at is that greedy ass African king who sold your ass.
Who sold them? Who betrayed?
For those who are direct descendants of slavery, because Black history fact, not all Black people are descendants of slavery. Not all Black people in America are descendants of slavery. As a matter of fact, I just got some encouraging news. A young lady filled out one of them Ancestry.com packets, and they came back and told her that she was 0.3% Indigenous American. Now, I didn't know that they would identify Black people as indigenous. So they're not as racist as I thought they were. Now, racism does exist, but racism is only about 500 years old. Did you know that? Did you know that the Moors dominated the Iberian Peninsula, that's Portugal and Spain, for 800 years that Moors were royalty in every European nation. Germany, Scotland, Ireland, France. You had black Moors. All you got to do is Google coat of arms, like a coat you put on, coat of arms, Moors. Google it. And then look at the images. Don't look at all, click images. And see black royalty. You see that black royalty? You muted yourself, Terrence. Terrence, you like one of them translators on television, are you?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Throwing gang signs. Throwing gang signs out the window.
Yeah. Well, you know, I'm running a business too.
Hey, you ever play any Kendrick Lamar over there at your restaurant? You know about Kendrick Lamar?
We play a little bit, yes, sir.
So you had the young people. I heard you say you had young people come out last night.
Yeah. You know, we've been working on this thing with Mervo, the culinary part, and working with the financial literacy, really getting kids to the part where I don't want us to train our kids to be great workers no more. All right. We need our kids to actually know that they have the ability to be business owners, but only not just business in the sense of you owning a store or a restaurant or a beauty salon, but a business in reference to really, guess what? Your family, yourself. If you intend at one point in time to actually have a family, guess what? You're going to need to have a savings account, a checking account. You're going to know how to balance your books, and you're going to have to know how to set goals and set up processes. You know, and these are some of the things we want to share with our kids, because guess what? You normally don't get them until later on in life after you tried everything else, you know, but you have some cultures that they actually give that to their kids, all right, in a day-to-day life, you know, seeing their father go out or their mother go out to run business or do something of that nature. And so they have that learned behavior there. So we've been really working on that with Mervo. So I had a young man last night, Nicholas, that works with us from my class. And he did a beautiful.
How old is Nicholas?
He's 18.
Young man.
Young man.
And you know, I was sharing with the young brother around the corner. I said, where are you going when you graduate? Where are you going? I said, you got to leave Baltimore. I believe with all in my heart. At the age of 18, you got a young black man, get him out of Baltimore.
Get him out of Baltimore, baby.
If it's 1 year, preferably longer, but get him out of Baltimore. Let him go see something. And you know what? At this juncture, the way they're killing us in this city, go to the military. Damn, you got a better chance in the military than you do in Baltimore. This is the killingest city in the world for black life.
It's real challenging right now. You know, I tell you what, I had an opportunity over the weekend, on Monday rather, to sit down and talk about some other silent killers in our city. Not just the violence, but to talk about prostate. You know what I mean? Talk about prostate cancer in men and the stigma behind it. And that was brought together by John Hopkins.
What do you mean stigma?
Yo, black men don't go get no prostate cancer tests. No
okay, what's involved in a prostate cancer test? Preferably, no, ain't nobody going with that.
Hey, you feel me? All right.
At least I ain't.
But you want to know.
It involves a rectum exam.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, dude.
They put you to sleep, and what they explain.
They put you to sleep.
They don't? Listen, they told me they could put you to sleep. They said it.
Did they put you to sleep?
I ain't take one yet, man. Come on now, watch out now, watch out.
Oh, no, they don't put you to sleep, bro. What? Hey, if they put you to sleep, brother, I hope you don't wake up with a skirt on. I know you like girls.
Watch out now. But you know what? Serious talk. It's something that has to happen. I just turned 59.
How old?
59.
Man,
Yeah.
I swore you was like every bit of 72.
I appreciate it. Yes, I am. In wisdom, yes, I am. Thank you.
Yeah, you're an old wise cat.
All right.
Hakuna Matata.
That, you know, we had a discussion in reference to black men in just medicine in general. We don't have that trust for the system. You know, historically, we've been nothing but guinea pigs, time and time again. So when it comes to that, and 9 times out of 10,
Hey, Nina, there you go.
been over and cough. Ooh, child, watch out now. Yeah, where you get your audience from? Look what they putting on the screen here. You see that? Bend over and cough. What the? I'm talking some stuff trying to save somebody's life. And we want a big shout out to Baba Sumiata at Reflections Internal on St. Paul Street. He put it together. It's a series that he's been having in reference with John Hopkins and we've been talking about mental trauma was the first series.
You know, I want to go to that. I was in the same restaurant yesterday talking to some of the workers.
Yes.
Where the young lady got killed Saturday. Talking to some of the Latino workers behind the counter. And I was trying to ask them in my best Spanish, were you traumatized? Then one I know comes from Honduras. Honduras, down there by, Central America.
Mm-hmm.
And down there, they've seen violence too. A lot of people are fleeing Latin American countries, America del Sur, America del Centro, Central America, South America. They flee there because the cartels are not playing. You out in Cali, you know how powerful the cartels are, Mexican and otherwise. And so I was asking him if he was traumatized. And what I think I got from him is that he's seen that kind of violence before. And it's just absolutely foolish.
It is.
Okay, our guest has finally got in after 6 years. I guess he just got off the plane from Africa. Any final thoughts you got, Terrence? Well, let's bring him in because you might as well ride this one out. Hey man, good evening.
What up, y'all? How y'all feeling?
Peace, Scott. How you today, King?
You ready to keep that clear because it's too early in the morning. Y'all making me dizzy.
Man, if you knew how to deal with this morning.
Let's go. Where you just coming? You just got back from Africa?
Yeah, first of all, happy Black History Month, fellas. First of all, happy Black History Month. But yeah, just got back Sierra Leone. Yep. King Kyle De Niro, King Musa. Shout out to the whole Sierra Leone.
Do y'all know how Sierra Leone was formed? Did you know that it was formed by the British who sent Black Americans who fought in the Revolutionary War, sent them back to Africa. So took Black people from here who were fighting against the Americans,
right?
The United States government, and they formed a colony in Africa, Sierra Leone. Now, some people will tell you that Sierra Leone and Liberia were never colonized. But I think that's a matter of opinion. I would say the only country in Africa that was not colonized was Ethiopia. But tell me about it. What'd you learn over there?
Man, I don't know where to start. I learned the opposite of what I've been learning my whole life, honestly.
Did you see Tarzan going through a jungle on a vine?
No, when I went to Banana Island to the slave quarters, I actually seen African warriors. Like it was something to see. Going through the villages, the Providence. It was very educational. And I was there for music, DJing, but it was definitely educational. Definitely.
What did you learn? Tell me what you learned.
One thing I learned, it's a happy place. American people teaching us that it's very difficult over there. It's not. It's less crime to no crime. People are happy. Food is good. The beaches are beautiful. And it's genuine good people, like good loving people, and a lot of Black business, of course, in Africa. So I learned a lot about my heritage. Learned about the history of Sierra Leone, about the blood diamonds. I went to the diamond mine. I actually felt the diamonds and stuff like that. So I learned a lot.
What do you know about blood diamonds, Terrence?
Very little.
Are you serious?
Blood diamonds are the diamonds that were really harvested on our blood, basically. You know what I mean? They really don't care about us. It's the same thing with the What is the other mineral that we use in our cell phones and everything now? It's the same thing that's going on with that. You know,
Right.
regardless of when you change location, it seems as though that we're always in the same situation because we never set at that foot of ownership, or we're how do we say? We were colonized for our good. Bullshit. Okay, people come and steal under the banner of I don't want to say what America's doing a lot of times. You know, like most of your world powers, they come up, dominate areas, and take all the riches, and that's what's done all through Africa. And even guess what? That's what's being done in our community right now. We don't even have to talk about across the water how we being taken advantage of. We can talk about what's going on right now. Just as
Okay, well, hold that thought, Terrence, because I see you about to get on a roll.
I'm getting ready to go.
I got to pause you because you. Okay, how long was the flight? How long was the flight? How did you get there?
7 hours from where that from Dallas.
Rome?
No, that's from Dallas. 7 hours from Dallas Airport, and then I got to Casablanca, Africa, and then at 12
Casablanca, that's Morocco, right?
Yeah, Morocco. Then I had a 12-hour layover. They gave me a hotel, stayed in a hotel, seen the city, and then 3 hours to Sierra Leone.
So it took you from Dallas to Morocco 7 hours?
7 hours, yeah.
So it's
That
totally
don't sound right.
Yeah, that's right. That's 100% right. Yeah.
Okay, just seemed longer. I remember.
But see that's how, if I got time, that's how I actually got the Africa gig. I was DJing the MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, between Baltimore and Africa. Stevie Franchise and Rennie, I was dealing with the King, AC Victor in Africa, right? So they had me DJ. So when I DJ, T-Bar's father's involved, George Pace from Sugar Hill Gang, they started airline. So that's how I got to know the people from Africa. I DJ'd. And the King was so impressed with me DJing on the Bachelor. He said, "Yo, we need to bring you to Africa." And that's how I even got the gig. So the whole point was to go from BWI to Africa in one flight. And that's the goal. And that was called the Memorandum of Understanding. So they haven't did it yet, I don't believe. But yeah, it's really not that long. You actually could get a straight flight to Africa from like Dallas. It'd be about 14, 15 hours in total.
wow.
Yeah.
That's double.
So what did you learn about the continent of Africa? I mean, don't laugh at me, Duke. You my homeboy. I don't want you come around the corner and punch me in my forehead.
No.
But did you get a chance to? Okay, here's one piece. You know there are 54 countries in Africa.
Mm-hmm.
So you going to one of the 54.
Right.
Did you see other people, other Africans from the other 53 countries?
Oh yeah, absolutely. When I got to Casablanca, I was actually surprised to see so many Muslims. You know, I don't know why I was surprised, but I was, and everybody was in a full garment. So that's one part. You got Ethiopia, like you said. You got East Africa. So I was in Sierra Leone, South. You know, so it's a whole.
Sierra Leone is on the west.
Yeah, the west. Yep. So that's like out California, like on the beach. If you just compare the countries, yeah, it'd be like, so it's nothing but water, and I'm not scared of water, but I don't like water. If that makes sense. I'm not scared of it, but if you see
by the edge, huh?
Yo, they had to carry me on the boat
to the pool.
What'd you say, Terrence?
Carry you on
I
the boat.
take by the edge when you go to the pool.
Oh yeah. Honestly, if you go on my page, so you have to get permission. So I was there for 11 days, right? So my last couple days, I want to go to the Providence to actually experience like what slaves went through. And the guys was like, "Yo, you sure? You know, you don't have to. You know, we know you're American." I said, "Nah, I could do it." And it scared me when he said that. So I got there's no cell phones. The power in the village comes on like a certain time of the day. At certain time of the day, and
see, right there, Duke. I'd have started smacking everybody. Or when they said that, I'd have just, oh, my bad. I don't know. It's a flashback from. It's a flashback.
I felt like I had to do it. I'm like, I just wanted to see. I wanted to see if I like to challenge myself, like with music.
Could they handle that? Oh, I'm sorry. It ain't their fault, right? And then I'm here to collect all of my damn ancestors' reparations, Terrence. I want all of my gold.
But you know,
All of my gold. What gold? All that gold right there. All that's mine.
Yeah.
Reparations, damn it.
but Donnie, let him talk for a minute if you don't mind.
You don't want no reparations?
We owe the reparations. Honestly, I mean, that can come in another conversation.
I'm getting mine. Are you getting yours?
Yeah, we gotta create it. You know, we got a lot of wealth.
Everybody keep talking about it, but that's not it. The thing is to mobilize and take what's yours.
Yeah, that's absolutely.
Their foot on your neck. If you say it please and pretty please, do they take their foot off or do they dig their heel into you because you asked for it?
Yeah.
That's what keeps happening to the Black community. They keep digging their heel into us because we asked for it and we don't utilize together and make this thing happen for ourselves. You know, reparation is the legacy that you live for your youth. All right. Yeah. Right now, guess what? We got a real bad report card. You know what I mean? We got a real bad report card because we keep asking for something that we can't even control what we have right now.
Yeah.
Okay. We can't even control our communities we have right now. And we say we want more. We haven't. Everybody wants to march. And just like we shared the last time, we got to get up out the 60s and 70s. We have to get into a new millennium of thinking right now and develop our own ecosystem. And that's your reparation. Somebody give you, because if they didn't want you to have it and they finally give you some, you think they're giving you the whole cake? No, they're giving you some crumbs. Okay?
Okay, Terrence.
So DJ Duke, let me ask you, any thoughts on African, and we have a big event this Friday. This is our biggest event ever. We started the Black Wall Street Awards. I think you both know about them. We started them in Washington, D.C. back in 2011.
Okay.
And so thanks to Dr. Tyrone Taborn, not only do we get an Emmy nomination, I don't know if you saw it, I'm an Emmy nominated journalist. This show.
Woo!
Not only did we get that, we get to have the biggest Black Wall Street ever.
Right. It's gonna be crazy.
This Friday, Washington, D.C., at the Omni Shoreham at 8 p.m.
I'll be there. If I'm invited. I don't know if I'm invited, you know.
Yeah, you see the invite right there, Black Wall Street, dmv.eventbrite.com. blackwallstreet.dmv.eventbrite.com. And this is an example of us working together. See it right there, Black Wall Street, DMV, Omni Shoreham. This is an example of us working together. So, Duke, my question to you is, tell me about Black people working with Africans.
About working in Africa or in the U.S.?
I'm talking about, okay, specifically African-American economic cooperation.
Well, I think that the first problem is I don't think people understand culture, our culture. So you have to understand our culture. You know, it's not about support. It's just, if you understand the Black culture, you'll want to be a part of it. I think there's a lot of people that's Black that don't want to be Black, because in America, it's it's kind of like they trick you. So if you understand the Black culture and where we come from, the kings, the queens, the royalty, the King Tux, all that type of stuff, then you'll understand Black business. Then it's not support. Then it'll be in your mind. I need Black clothing. I need Black underwear, Black watches, Black-owned gas companies, things like that. So until I think we get the understanding of our culture, I don't think we really understand how to support our culture.
When you do business with Africans,
right,
is it the same as doing business in America?
Not to me, because I'm more prideful and happy. I'm eager to spend my money with somebody in Africa, because I know that money is of value to them. Like, I went to places where kids were naked, and this is no joke. Like, they walked down the street naked, with no clothes on. And I actually gave my entire suitcase to Africa. So that suitcase I gave meant a lot. So I would rather buy a shirt from somebody in Africa than to buy it from somebody in America, because the value is different. Yeah, especially the quality.
Do you see yourself doing import export? Can you see yourself doing?
Oh yeah, we always set that up. Yeah, I'm doing monthly. Well, right now I'm doing donations. I just haven't put all the promo out, but I'm doing donations. I got a sea container that's gonna go once a month from the U.S. to Africa to drop off clothes.
Sheila Dixon used to send dirt bikes over to Africa. The ones they would swoop up on the streets of Baltimore, they send them. Yeah,
ain't high like that. I didn't know that. They,
She did.
they don't highlight the stuff like that. You know,
Oh,
they don't.
I'll never forget it.
What
Yeah.
happened to that program, Donnie?
But she's not mad no more.
Wow. That seemed like one of the ones you would just take up
Right.
and you keep it going.
Because they don't want to know. Because if you do, I'm telling you, if you know what's going on in Africa and the deal like Dubai coming up, these places, I'm telling you, to change your mindset. Like, yo, I can, you know, like there's good quality and stuff like that in different places, you know. So I learned that business is definitely different in Africa. Everybody's trying to make a dollar. So
Did you see, Duke, black people running businesses, or did you see black skyscrapers? Because we have this narrow-minded impression of Africa turns that like we don't have palaces and castles.
Right,
when
exactly.
the first castles come out of Africa.
Until you go, you don't know. Like I was there, of course, the DJ, so I was treated very well. Kyle De Niro, so Alpha, ambassador for the youth. So I was treated very well, right? So I autographed all that stuff. But the people generally are nice people. You get what I'm saying? And they all about business. From the taxi cabs, it's like a million taxi cabs, to the people walking up down the street, to the bars, to the clubs, to the hotels. And the hospitality was the biggest thing for me. It was so like happy to help service me. And that's different because a lot of times people are not as happy when they're in service per se. So they were really happy that, you know, that I was there. And they did a poll when I left, Don, because I got an award. They said that I was
what award you get?
It was from the Office of King Louis. He's a big promoter over there. So he gave me an award, just thanking me for coming and stuff. But they took a poll, and 100% of everyone I encountered liked me. So that was like that was like a respect, a badge of honor, because they were saying that
Did
I
you
was
see television?
Yeah. They have everything, bro, everything. But it is levels though. It's levels, and I think
how was the food?
Personally, for me, I'm a picky eater. So for me, I didn't enjoy the food. I'm very picky.
You lost weight. You lost poundage in Africa.
If I would stay longer, yes, I would. But I had to eat. I'm gonna tell you why I think. Check this out, Terrence. I think this is why the food different, because it's more fresher, meaning it's not like processed, super clean, all that stuff. It's like, you know, it's like I caught it. I might run it through the water, put on the boiler, and then here you go. So it's a little. So that was the difference.
Tell me about the ingenuity of Africans. Are they ingenious? Do they?
Yeah, this one surprised me the most. It kind of hurt my feelings because I went to the power plant, and China runs the power plant.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, huh?
Yeah. Yes.
China it's like you thought it was another world. I'm like,
well, is it wrong for China to be up in there? Because let me help you out. Of the 54 countries in Africa, all of them but Ethiopia have been carved up by the Europeans. So people come on here and start talking about, oh, remember something happened in Belgium? Oh, and then black people changing their profile picture. I'm with Belgium. Time out, pimp. You better learn about King Leopold in Belgium, who chopped off their hands in the Congo. Yep. You better learn about the French. You better learn about the French. They not necessarily your friends. You talking that bonjour, comment ça va? The French was over there, Rat Patrol. You remember that show, Rat Patrol?
Yeah.
Rat Patrol is out through the desert. That's your land.
Yeah.
Your country's got carved up. Why you laughing, Terrence? Why you laughing, Terrence?
Why am I laughing? Because you tell the truth, and it's the way that you tell it. You know, it's the way that you tell it.
They carved up Africa. It's one thing getting snatched from Africa and dragged to the Western Hemisphere. It's another thing when they just do a home invasion. Africa's a home invasion. Y'all better wake up. Home invasion. You talk about them diamonds? South Africa. We run around talking about a Rhodes Scholar. Let me tell you where Rhodes Scholar come from. They come off of your people's backs in South Africa. You wouldn't have no Rhodes Scholars without the exploitation of a Cecil Rhodes in South Africa. Rudyard Kipling and them boys, the Dutch Boers. They are not your friends. They taking all your people's shit and they make you live on this much of the land in South Africa.
That's right. I went to Banana Island, so that's where the English slave trade was. And I mean, you can actually see that the prints from the slaves grab it. I mean, it's on my Instagram. I seen it where they held the slaves at. The way they treated us was crazy, yo. You know what I mean? So until you get that respect, I'm telling you, until you understand our culture, to me, you'll never understand truly. Unless like you into like you Terrence or Donnie into, you understand culture. But a lot of black people don't understand culture. And to me, I think a lot of people don't want to be black. That's black. Am I
Yeah.
right?
You're 100% right, because it's not considered to be the status quo.
Right, yeah.
But everybody want to be black.
Actually are winning.
But everybody in a tanning salon,
Yeah.
everybody getting
Ain't that
fat
crazy?
lips,
Ain't that crazy, Donnie?
everybody getting shots in the butt.
Hey, look, if you go to Africa, they don't do those shots in Africa. They born like that in Africa. The women born like that. And even on that, if I can speak on that, the culture is different. Meaning, the women understand men. Men understand responsibilities and power and protection. So like I was on the phone. I was on the phone. They heard me talk. They're like, "Yo, you argue with your woman like that?" You're like, "Yo, we don't do that here." You know what I mean? Like, bro, I'm telling you, it's like total different mindset. Total different mindset. Like submission ain't even a word. That's the culture. But it's not like I'm gonna yell at you today. I'm gonna wow you out today. It's like this. I'm the man. I'm the protector. I'm the provider. What I say pretty much go. If I haven't proved it to you, it's something different. But the women understand the power of black men and they respect is different. You won't hear a woman cussing a man out and belittling him, talking all that crazy stuff. Nah, she gonna do she gotta do, take care of kids. I seen women wrap the kids around their belly, I seen one. I got the picture on Instagram. She carried the baby on the back. She got the pot on her head like this, walking almost barefoot, just to provide for the family. But in America, it's totally different.
Child support.
No, ain't none of that over there. Yeah, like the child will support itself over there. That's the sad part. So once they get older, they already got the principles. That's why most Africans that come over, my sister's married in Africa, they excel because the work ethic is so. It's kind of like Donnie, how we work. I don't know China's person, but I'm pretty sure you work the same. I work nonstop.
Terrence is a hard worker.
So we understand.
Yeah.
We understand. People don't. That's why people say I work too much. That's impossible. I don't work too much.
So let me ask you, did you pick up an African accent?
No, I'm trying to say how the body. Say hello. How the body. That's the only thing I know.
That's the only words you picked up?
How the body.
And what does that mean?
I mean, hello.
How the body.
Yeah.
How the body.
Yeah. But they said different. When they say, hey. Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's different parts of Africa, but it's broken English. So I can understand them, but then they go into that Creole and I'll be like, yo, what's up? Creole serious, man. It's serious. But I'm not, Donnie, I definitely enjoyed it, man. But as always, I take a pause. I gotta give Donnie his flowers. Because I wouldn't have been nowhere near where I'm at in media, been a radio DJ of the year, traveling to Africa if it wasn't for Donnie. I met you, we was in a supermarket. I remember to this day. We was in the supermarket, and that's how it all started. So I just want to thank you for that opportunity, bro.
To God be the glory. You're my homeboy. You right around the corner. How can I not throw a bounce pass? I watched you when you didn't even know. You about 16 over the YMCA.
That's what shocked me, though, because I had no idea you was even, and you're a very important figure. So I had no idea you was paying attention to me. And then you offered me an interview. I was like, yeah, in a DJ. I'm like, interview? Okay.
I know your neighborhood, where you come from. Big ups to Chopper.
Yeah, it's authentic. We authentic. We're really from here.
Big ups to Chopper Nelson. Big ups to his brother, Perry.
Yeah.
Brother Donald ran at the barbershop.
I had Perry name in a long time. What up, Perry? Hey, that name in a long
Nephew, crew on Pennsylvania Avenue held it down. Anything you want to add, dude? And kudos to your family.
Yeah.
For their support. Because Terrence knows it's a team effort. It takes the team.
It's it.
Yeah,
you can do a lot by yourself, but together you can do so much more.
Yeah, because if you don't have a strong foundation for the kids, that's number one thing. Having a strong foundation for the kids ease my mind a little bit. You know what I mean? But I do want to say this. Culture, like you have to understand culture to understand anything. And other cultures, they understand that. If you go to the Arab, they understand. You know what I'm saying? If you go to the Chinese people, they understand their culture and they stay in their lane. But for some reason, black people, we want to be like everything else. You know what I mean? Instead of just standing in our lane and creating opportunities. We have a lot of black millionaires. I even know a black billionaire. I know him personally. 'Cause I was just on tour with his artists. And so we have the money to create our own community and to do our own things, our own budgets. But we don't do that. We want to, perform and stupid stuff.
What will it take? Do they have their own music distribution?
Yeah,
in America, we are the greatest artists, but we don't own anything.
I'm gonna tell you what it takes. It takes the top level people, the Jay-Z's of the world, the people that can really build. And if they're not on board, right, and they don't start and create it, it's not gonna happen. So sometimes when you get so big, so much money, you got so many people telling you, and if you don't, like Kanye in a way, Kanye is a little crazy, but sometimes he's correct. You know what I mean? If you do too much, I'm gonna take this sponsorship away.
Sometimes he correct, but dude, he go out there, white lives matter.
Right. See, that's what I'm saying.
Come on, man. What kind of retardation is that, bro?
I'm a Black Panther. We gotta stick to the basics. My job is to support my people.
What's wrong with him, bro?
I'm not mad at white people. I'm not hating, but that's not my concern. So why, as Black people, when we concerned about us, we're racist. But white people, they concerned about their race, China, Japan. You know what I mean? We got to be concerned about our race. Not saying we don't like white people, but we got to make sure our babies are good. You know, and that's my mindset.
We don't know who's who. Are you friend or foe? Friend or foe?
Right.
Friend or foe?
I mean, even the police. I mean, most we from Pennsylvania.
Oh my God!
The both police is the white, and then the black ones.
Oh my God!
And then you got black people in high positions. They oil cook.
Oh my God!
I don't want to go into names. You get what I'm saying? So it's like
all the damn names.
When are we
Black History Month.
And I won't give credit.
I tell you what, we're gonna call out some people who have been for the people.
I can start with
Shout out to B. Gaddy. B. Gaddy was for the people.
To me, I don't know all the politics. I'm gonna say something about Marilyn Mosby, right? I've never seen a politician been more involved in my community than Marilyn Mosby. You know, so you need people like that. Even Sheldon Dixon. These people were in our community. Nick Mosby, they were in our community. I can go call them and see them. So I think that's where we got to start with our local government and things like that. I think we're going too far worrying about, I can go into a whole other thing, but I think we just got to start policing ourselves, understand our culture, understand our own supermarkets. There's no reason that we should have all these Chinese spots in the neighborhood and all the black, you know what I mean? It should be more of our own business, in my opinion.
It's hard to be in business. That's why we have to support Brother Terrence Dixon. He's been on that corner for over 20 years, right there, hiring people who nobody else would give a job, hiring elders who got all of this expertise, but they need somewhere to, because let me tell you something. I don't want no potato salad from nobody under 30.
Chad, you in Baltimore? You located in Baltimore?
I said it. I don't want no potato salad from nobody under 30.
Terra Cafe? I'm always over Terra Cafe.
Come on, man. All right. That's what we do.
You look different. You look different with the glasses, though.
Yeah. See, I got on my grown man.
Oh, come on. I've met you a million times with 5-star. Yeah, I've been on that a million times. Oh, yeah. I've been on that a million times.
Hey, Terrence, I don't want no potato salad by anybody under 30.
We agree. 100 facts.
Yeah.
Facts. They don't know how to do it right. See,
give Chelsea Scott some love. Look at that love. Look at that love you getting.
Thanks. That's love. That's love. I mean, John, maybe we can start maybe a culture education class. We can do a shake and bake. We can teach the young black men how to provide, and young black women how to understand cooking, understand cleaning.
The city got to stop playing. The city, man. I remember when they bumped that boy Anthony from over Shake and Bake. Has Shake and Bake been the same since? Has it been better?
Now Rashawn Brave is running. Rashawn is one of my best friends in the world. I will say this about Rashawn. The thing is, Rashawn is more on an event and bigger scale than a lot of people. Anthony was from the community, and people could relate to him. They both got passion. They both love what they do, but it was just Anthony was our father figure.
He raised a lot of them kids.
Raised me personally.
And I'm hard on him privately.
Right.
But publicly, Anthony did a wonderful job for years and years.
So
I've only heard good things about him as it relates to the young people.
He connects. Like I said with Sean, he's trying to take it to a bigger scale. It takes a little longer. He's not per se from Pennsylvania Avenue, so we don't really know him as much. But me knowing him as one of my close friends, he definitely is just one of the biggest minds we have here. So we just, like I said, we gotta support and start with ourselves. Like everything should be Terra Cafe. Every time I talk to 5-star, Terra Cafe, Terra Cafe. You know what I mean? So we gotta start brainwashing our minds
There
to
you go.
support our culture. And once we do that, then we can start, because we got the money. How many millionaires from Baltimore? For
Okay, all right, and I'm getting ready to get deep. I gotta ask this question. When you were in Africa, did you see the sisters?
Did I see women?
Yeah.
Of course. Of course I see women.
Oh, we seen them.
Yeah.
What was going on with their hair?
Most of them had curry pots and stuff on their head and baskets. So yeah.
Were they going to the weave store?
I didn't go to the weave store, but I mean,
Did you see our sisters going? I mean, is weave a
most
big
people
thing
had-
over there, brother?
most people had braids. Most African girls had braids, but you still got that. No, the ones that wear
Their own hair?
probably because African women are different. Their character is different. They have the hair and they have the body.
Come on, Terrence. You'd have seen a thing or
All
two.
right.
Let me tell you this: Black history, and this is not a positive. Do you know the #1 manufacturers of hair weave in the world?
Probably China.
China, India, Great Britain.
Yeah, I forgot about India.
Yep.
Great
Now, let me
Britain,
tell you something else, and we don't want to talk about it, but it's a big thing in Africa and some places in the Caribbean. Skin bleaching.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Yeah. But
That's
you,
just like, you like, damn, you take the makeup off, and girl, you chocolate. But they got so much makeup on, you don't even know, you know what I'm saying?
Because what I say, China, because they don't want to be black.
because you want to know what? No, it's not even that. Nobody has
Oh, what
really
you say?
taught them that what Black awesome is.
Right.
See,
Okay.
when you look at
Did
when
you
you look
just
at,
make that up?
huh?
Did
Did you just make that word up?
Black
No,
awesome.
no. Terra Cafe is here for one thing: really host and show Black awesome.
I like
Right.
that.
We're
I like
about and
like
see,
that.
understand. It's just not. It's just not about us. It is about everybody. When we change the narrative of how people understand and meet us, because guess what? I've had challenges with people in my community over here that they hate on me the whole 9 yards. And guess what? They've never took a few minutes just to speak to me. They've
Right.
never came inside my restaurant. You know, I've been fighting with my live entertainment back outside for over 18 months.
Oh yeah, I heard about it.
That kept lying about us. The first time that she saw my space, she was speechless for about 4 or 5 minutes as she walked around. And simple question I asked, I was like, have you ever been here? Have you ever seen this? She said no. And my next question was, then how can you fight against me? She gave me out of 1 to 10. She said a 9.5. She said it was a safe place in Baltimore and it was beautiful. But yet still, not the logical decision, but the emotional decision, she still lied and lied to the point that we're still dealing with this cease and desist order on live entertainment outside, but we've got to work around.
Yeah.
And I want to talk to you about that. You said a couple of things here so far that I like to actually help with. For example, I'm just finding out that you have deep roots over there on Pennsylvania Avenue, on the West Side.
Oh, absolutely.
Right?
Born and raised.
I have a great program that can help a lot of people over there. I have Terra Law Consulting. We deal with financial literacy. We deal with empowerment, and we deal with sharing.
You always doing that symbol. I'm gonna have to send you 2 invoices. You know that those are 2 simple. Oh my goodness, listen, my brother. You trying to get it 2 for 1. We
I
don't
have
do 2 for 1.
to my
We do 1
people.
for 1. One is Terra Cafe, one is Terra Cafe Consulting. Listen, my brother, that's 2 invoices. 2
And a root
invoices.
store too.
So not, yeah.
And a root store. And just to let everybody know, I have a co-op that's opening up in a couple of weeks.
Okay.
We got for maybe about 5 or 6 more vendors inside.
Yeah,
It's
co-op.
It's a root store. It's a cooperative. So if you know someone that's out there making candles, jewelry, or clothes, and they've been doing it out of their house and just doing it on Instagram.
Man, you need a dispensary over there. All of this
Oh,
Terra.
okay, like a collective store.
Yeah.
Get a dispensary over there. Let's get it popping.
Yeah, you know what? That's
I-
a market. Dispensary. That's a great market. A dispensary. That's a great
I
market.
bet you they growing weed in Africa.
We're
Yeah,
working on special things over here. You know, if you come on over, we have the ability to help you get your card just in case someone is in need because of trauma or
In need of weed.
speed. It's medical cannabis.
Is this that sticky, icky, wicky?
Watch out. We're
Yeah.
professional now.
Yeah,
Okay.
wow, man.
Yeah.
I think the young people call it za.
Zaza.
Huh?
I'm
What are
old,
they called?
I'm old too, Zaza. I never smoked before though. I never smoked before.
I ain't gonna sit up here and tell you that.
I ain't say nothing. Next question, please.
Have y'all been to Africa, Chance? Have you been to Africa?
No, I haven't been yet. You know, that's one of the things I really want to do. Baba Sumiata just got back from Ghana, and he has
Okay.
a business that they're pumping out there. And one of the things that I'm very interested in is building new ecosystems and community. So I've been really looking at real heavy at how they're building in Ghana. One of the key things is using creating these containers to make homes and businesses. All right. And it's something we're going to try in South Carolina.
Duke, I just want to tell you that I'm I've been to Africa a couple times. I want to say to you that I'm very, very proud of you.
Thanks, bro.
You make us proud, even more so you're representing your generation. I'm 57.
Yes.
I don't think you're 57.
No, I'm 30.
But you ain't no spring chicken. 40?
34.
Damn. I
Yeah.
am old. Okay.
34.
Well,
Yeah.
I remember.
yeah. I don't even remember. But
Hey,
I'm proud and keep going. This is not your first time to Africa, is it?
This is my first. I was supposed to go to Liberia 2 years ago, but then COVID. When I got on my way to the airport, you know, they gave me a parade. They gave me a parade around the city, and I went the day before. No, 2 years ago, Marilyn Moses gave me a parade for Christmas. I rode around DJing, giving out toys, and COVID, they stopped all flights to Morocco. So I couldn't do it. But,
where else have you been to do music?
Countries, Aruba, DJ in Aruba, a DJ in Mexico, and of course, stay. I'm in Tampa this week. Got a Super Bowl for the second time. That's a blessing. I'm DJing Super Bowl again. What I got after that? BET coming up again. So it's like the thing to again understand that culture word. I'm telling you, I understand music. I understand go do my job and go home. When you understand, you just grow and elevate. You get what I'm saying? So all the big stuff I've done is major. But I think the biggest thing was the Washington Capitals DJing for hockey, which is primarily a white sport. That's kind of. I know what you about to say.
Get him, Donnie. Get him.
Help
him out.
Black people, hey,
tell him, Donnie.
Time
Who started hockey?
Time out.
Who started hockey?
Invented skating backwards, bro?
That's why I brought it up. I said predominantly white sport.
It's predominantly black, but you go up into Canada, right. You do your history, blacks in hockey. Right. We were ice skating in Canada backwards.
You've been
backwards
but
before anybody.
Let me explain this part though. So being American, average American don't know that. They just see hockey and they just see white people. So when I got hired to become their DJ and I actually DJed the game, and they were saying, Duke, you know, all this on my Instagram, I felt like I got in the door, you know, and because I made some type of remarks, I DJ like 2-3 games about the DJ no more. But I told the guy, I'm like, I'm going to play music. I'm not just playing white music. That's what he told me to my face. He said, you know, can you play more white music? I said, no, I don't understand that. I want to play. So they made more EDM type, you know, stuff like that. So I'm like, nah, man, I'm going to play whatever make people feel good. And so I stand on my own too, Donnie.
Go ahead, baby.
Yeah. Sound like you got some unapologetically black stuff going on. That's my first book. It's about time for you to come out with a book, Duke.
Yeah, I would love to. A book, small documentary, all that type of stuff is in the works. Yeah, all is in the works.
I mean, we're gonna get up out of here. Any final thoughts before we go? Let's start with the elder, because I know he got a lot to say.
Which one? Say no, I'm just joking.
Yeah, Donnie. Yeah, go ahead, hit us off, Donnie.
To God be the glory. I am proud of you both, because Terrence, you could have given up, but you didn't. Duke, you could have given up. Duke, you could be slinging a package. Duke.
I'm watching.
Hey, Duke, why you ain't slinging? Why you ain't? You from round the way? Why you ain't got a package, homie?
Because I mean, the real story. Well, I can say their name because they passed away. Because I always wanted to be Lil Melvin, Liddy Jones. I wanted to be the big plug. You know what I mean? So as I got older, I just wanted the hustle to get the money to buy properties like Liddy. You know what I mean? To invest like Lil Melvin. So that's what saved me. Because I never wanted to be the corner boy. That was just a stepping stone to get the money. Some people just want. Again, I understand the culture. You know what I mean? So that's why I think that's why I know saved me. Rest in peace to both of them. I actually DJ Liddy Jones' funeral. So that's
On that note, big ups to Little Willie,
Mhm.
who was an entrepreneur and financed a lot of businesses, and also big ups to a man who was doing it before Little Willie. His name was Tom Smith. Look him up in the Maryland State Archives. He was the largest black hotelier in the United States, straight out of Baltimore. Lived in the 6600 block of Ricestown Road a long time ago when they wouldn't let blacks live above North Avenue. My name's Donnie Glover. These are my friends, DJ Duke and Terrence Dixon, and we salute you for Happy Black History Month every day. Salute.
Appreciate you, fellas. All right, y'all.
All right. Bless it.
Be safe.